Alright, Eagles fans, strap in and get ready to soar. Can you feel the pulse of Philly pumping through the streets? We're diving into a week that had Lincoln Financial Field rocking, tempers flaring, and the Philadelphia Eagles reminding us why they're the heart and soul of the city. I'm your host, bringing you the latest on our birds, and let me hit you with this. When was the last time you saw Jalen Hurts, the king of cool, turn up the heat on the sideline? That's exactly what went down against the Los Angeles Rams, sparking a comeback that's got every Philly fan chanting, "Fly, Eagles, fly." Let's break it all down. Picture this. The Eagles were down 19 points at halftime against the defending champs. The link was quieter than a Monday morning, and the offense looked stuck in neutral. Fans were restless, the vibe was tense, and something had to give. Then, a sideline camera caught pure drama. Jalen Hurts, usually cooler than a winter breeze, was in a fiery exchange with offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. This wasn't a polite chat, folks. It was intense, the kind of moment that gets replayed on SportsCenter for days. And what happened next? The Eagles flipped the switch, erupting for a stunning comeback victory that had Philly buzzing. That's the kind of fire we live for. Let's get into it. Hurts, known for his calm leadership, was anything but calm in that moment. He leaned into Patullo, and you could feel the urgency through the screen. Post-game, Jalen kept it cryptic, saying, "It was a complete team effort. If it meant getting out of character, it's about doing it to win." Classic Hurts, focusing on the W, not the drama. When pressed later about that out-of-character moment, he said, "It takes discernment." It was a moment for all of us to get things going. Translation: sometimes, you've got to spark a fire to ignite the squad. Patullo tried to downplay it, saying, "It wasn't really heated, just competitive fire." But come on, we saw the tape. That exchange was the turning point. Hurts went off in the second half, piling up 221 total yards and 3 touchdowns. Passing, running, leading like the superstar he is. The result? A comeback win that extended his streak to 17 straight victories as a starter. 17. That's the kind of number that puts him in the same breath as Eagles legends like Donovan McNabb. But Hurts wasn't alone in feeling the heat. Star receiver A.J. Brown had already been vocal, calling for a bolder game plan. "Let your killers do their thing and play fast," he said before the game. In the first half, Brown was a ghost, 0 yards. But after that sideline spark, he exploded for 109 yards and a touchdown, reminding everyone why he's a nightmare for defenses. Devonta Smith, the slender reaper, made clutch grabs, and the offensive line, led by the legendary Jason Kelce, gave Hurts the pocket he needed to shine. This was a team effort, fueled by passion and a refusal to quit. Head coach Nick Sirianni was quick to squash any drama. Kevin called the plays in the second half, but Jalen communicates. "He sees the field really well," he said Monday. That's coach speak for, "We're all on the same page." But let's be real, this team thrives on intensity. That sideline moment wasn't a crack in the armor, it was the forge that hammered out a win. And in Philly, we wouldn't have it any other way. From the tailgates at dawn to the "Fly, Eagles, fly" chant shaking the link, this city lives and breathes Eagles football. Let's zoom out for some context. The Eagles are undefeated, ruling the NFC East, a division that's always a slugfest. Think back to the days of Brian Dawkins smashing Giants receivers or Reggie White dominating the Cowboys. That's the legacy this team carries. The 2017 Super Bowl, with Nick Foles and the Philly Special, still gives us goosebumps. But this 2025 squad? They're carving their own path. Jalen Hurts, at 27, is a dual-threat dynamo, drawing comparisons to McNabb. A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are the best receiving duo since T.O. and Westbrook. And with Kelce, a future Hall of Famer, anchoring the line, this team's got championship DNA. Statistically, the Eagles are a juggernaut. Hurts' 17-game win streak is the NFL's longest active run. The offense ranks top 5 in points per game, and the defense, with Haason Reddick and Darius Slay, forces turnovers like it's their job. Compared to last season, when injuries slowed their start, this team is healthy and hungry. But that first-half struggle against the Rams? It exposed a lingering issue. Patullo's weekly offensive word was attack, yet the early game plan felt cautious. Was it conservative play calling? A slow start? That's the riddle Philly needs to solve. Now, let's talk about the road ahead, because the Eagles are gearing up for a showdown in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. This isn't just another game, it's a grudge match. Hurts is 1-4 against Todd Bowles' defense. 1-4. Bowles' complex blitz schemes have flummoxed Hurts, turning him from a playmaker into a puzzle solver. 3 of those losses came in Tampa's brutal afternoon heat, so the Eagles are taking no chances. They're flying in early to acclimate. That's how seriously they're taking this. It's not just about X's and O's. It's about mentality and overcoming a mental block. Picture it. Sunday, the sun's blazing, and the Eagles face a Bucs defense that's been their kryptonite. Can Hurts outsmart Bowles? Will Patullo's attack mantra show up from the first snap? I caught up with fictional Eagles insider Tony "Green Machine" Russo, who's covered the team since the Randall Cunningham era. "This is Jalen's moment," Tony told me. "That fire he showed against the Rams? Bring that to Tampa, and the Bucs are in trouble. And the fans? They're all in." I spoke to lifelong fan Maria from Delco, who said, "We're riding with Jalen. Tampa's tough, but so are we. Fly, Eagles, fly." This game could define the Eagles' season. A win keeps them undefeated and sends a message to the NFC. Philly's a contender. A loss could raise doubts about handling elite defenses, especially with the Cowboys and Giants waiting in the wings. The Eagles' Super Bowl dreams depend on turning friction into fuel, just like they did against the Rams. If they fix their early game issues, this team could be unstoppable. Let's toss in some Eagles trivia to keep it fun. Did you know "Fly, Eagles, Fly" started in the 1960s as the team's fight song? Or that Lincoln Financial Field, opened in 2003, was designed to amplify Philly's passionate fans? And who could forget the 2017 Super Bowl, when the Eagles shocked the Patriots for their first Lombardi trophy? That's the spirit this team carries. Even pop culture loves the Eagles. Remember Bradley Cooper repping a Kelly Green jersey in Silver Linings Playbook? That's Philly pride, baby. So, what's next? The Eagles face the Bucs this Sunday, and all eyes are on Hurts. Can he crack Bowles' code? Will the offense come out swinging? One thing's certain, this team thrives on adversity. That sideline flare-up wasn't a flaw, it was the spark that lit a comeback. Now, they've got a chance to show it's here to stay. Eagles fans, this is your moment. Grab your jerseys, pack your passion, and tune in Sunday to cheer our birds from Philly to Tampa. Whether you're at the link, a bar, or yelling at your TV, let's show the NFL what Philly's made of. Fly, Eagles, fly. Stay locked here for all your Eagles news, and we'll catch you after the game to break it down. Let's go, Philly!